Hey everybody, HMV here, playing more Rimworld, and we're picking up where we left off with the two newest recruits holding down the fort, while Albert and Hermine go off to trade 25 cowboy hats for a chessboard and 2 bionics. And the newest recruit, Forrix, starts her unsupervised time by breaking a hole in the freezer and then taking forever to patch it up. At least she doesn't fail constructing the cooler. I noticed that windmill never got fixed. What's up with that? Oh, it's not in the home area. Oops. Now that the cleaning and home areas are separate, I can expand the home area. I should really turn on auto expand, but I don't. Maybe I'll remember to do that in the future. And we get 2 quick alerts overnight. I'll admit, with both Caylie and Forrix having shoot frenzy, that bandit camp quest feels a little doable. However, I'm not hot on leaving our colony completely empty, even though shooting mech serum would be pretty awesome. As Albert and Hermine near their destination unscathed, Caylie finishes great bow research. I remove the recurve bow from the work list and add the great bow. Nobody can make it, but that's just because Hermine isn't in the camp. The rest of the day passes uneventfully, but as Albert and Hermine get just outside of Chessbrad, we get a raid. Still just one guy, but this time he's got an automatic weapon. And green hair. He has green hair. Luckily, his gun is poor and he has 0 shooting skill. While he prepares to attack, Albert and Hermine reach Chessbrad. We make the trade, pick up a couple meals for the road, and head right back home. I let Caylie and Forrix sleep through the night. Caylie, as usual, gets up early, and the barbarian attacks. So I get Forrix up, put the alpacas in the barn, and prepare my defense. I decide to send Forrix to the north side and Caylie to the south side of the barn. Both shots go wide. I thought we had shoot frenzy. He attacks Forrix, so I flank with Caylie. While Caylie gets punished for her quick thinking, Forrix does a flank of her own, and the bandit makes a move. Man, Caylie's getting a face full of bullets here. Finally, though, Forrix puts him down. I turn the makeshift prison into a makeshift hospital for Caylie and make her rest. Forrix only has medical 1, but it'll have to do. Caylie has 0, so she can't really even self-tend. I force Forrix into the freezer, and then as soon as Caylie gets in bed, I undraft her and order her to tend to Caylie. That way we at least don't waste any time getting medicine to her. I then manually clean up all the blood to hopefully reduce the chance of infection. One bonus, Forrix gets a machine pistol. With the way these two handle themselves, we're surely not going to try that bandit camp quest. It's night and there's no wind, and so we're out of power. Again. But hey, an alpaca's pregnant. Caylie's feeling better, enough to get up and socialize a bit with Forrix. Then it's right back to bed as Forrix runs around doing all the tasks to keep the colony going. You wouldn't know that just a few days ago she was starving, fresh out of being frostbitten, and beating on her door to escape the very room that Caylie's resting up in. And we get visitors. A slaver, huh? Before dealing with that, I modify Forrix's priority so she does plant cutting before hauling, so she'll not do it inefficiently. The slavers literally have nothing that we both want and can afford, and want nothing that we're willing to sell. Which in this case means we have enough, but not too much herbal medicine on hand. I queue up microelectronics after batteries because I'm accruing enough stuff that it would be really nice to get an orbital trade beacon set up. Albert and Hermine take up their final overnight camp half a day from home. They're out of food, but should be fine foraging. The simple meals rotted away uneaten overnight, so Forrix replaces them with 6 more soon-to-be uneaten simple meals. Wait, what? A timber wolf is hunting an alpaca for food? I don't think so. I send the animals into the barn and get Forrix and Caylie on the hunt. Luckily, it looks like animals don't sneak through open doors like raiders do. We put the animal down. I'm not a fan, but we can't have our alpacas in danger. Oh, and Albert and Hermione are back. I really like how now returning caravans can eat, relax, and recreate before unloading. Speaking of recreation, let's set up our new plasteel chessboard, shall we? I'm gonna need a proper rec room eventually, but for now the workshop's fine. I dropped the cowboy hat order down to 1. I should either just delete it or at least raise the hit points so it's not tattered. Forrix really deserves a gold star for keeping everything together, not only while Albert and Hermione were away, but even after they got back. For now, though, she'll have to settle for bed. Speaking of how great Forrix is, Caylie fully heals, with not a single scar. And then goes to bed herself. Oh, and by the way, that weird background noise problem I seem to be having is in fact due to the game. I've turned ambient noise down to 0 for the time being. Music I always have off. I edit far too much for it to work otherwise. And while we're talking about the process instead of the play, I figured I'd take care of some bookwork on camera for once. Here, I'm setting up work priorities to take advantage of a great mod I've installed, Work tab. It allows 10 priority levels instead of the default 5, and also allows granular control of sub-jobs within a task. I'll show that second part later, but right here you can see me setting up the priorities across the board for the colony. Early colonies can get away with just letting everybody do everything, and in fact, early on that's about all you can do, but now that we've got 4 people, I should at least lay the groundwork. Now, there are 2 ways to think about prioritizing work. You can think of it based on who does what jobs, or by what jobs are done by who. It's easier, for me at least, to look at the person and decide what jobs they'll be good at and set up the priorities based on that. However, it's important that all jobs have at least someone assigned to them. The important jobs in my mind are doctoring, cooking, construction, farming, crafting, and research. Not necessarily in that order, but probably close, and it is the order in the work tabs. Until you have 6 colonists to do all 6 of these jobs, you need to double up, and it's always good to have a couple people that can do a single job for times when you need to work fast, or if someone dies or goes out on a caravan. I actually like to have 3 or even 4 people capable to do every job, even if I only have 2 main people at any time on that job. In this vein, I've set up the colony here so that Hermione is the main doctor, and Albert is the secondary. Albert's the far better doctor, but until Hermione's medical skill is better, we can't be expected to perform operations, and Albert needs lungs. So she'll prioritize that when she can. Caylie and Forrix only have doctoring on, so they'll do it if told to. For cooking, that's going to be Forrix's main job, and Hermione will be backup on it. Hermione is already our main doctor, but generally that's not a job that takes a lot of time. Caylie will cook if for some reason Forrix and Hermione can't, like if Forrix is hurt and Hermione's working on her. For construction, Hermione's going to be our main builder, backed up by Albert and Forrix. Caylie can build too if she's not doing anything else. Farming will be Hermione's job, with the help from Albert from time to time. Forrix can chip in if need be. Crafting is also Hermione's job generally, though Caylie can craft too when she's not cleaning. For hauling, I have the priorities here as high as I have plants and mining on purpose. I want hauling high, but not higher than those, as I don't want people sowing 1 ear of corn and then hauling it into the freezer. And finally, research will be Caylie's job, and it's generally what she'll be doing whenever she's not cleaning. Looking at this by colonists instead of by jobs, Albert is the odd jobs guy, mostly farming, mining, cleaning, hauling, and then construction if there's nothing else left to do. Caylie is the maid and the main researcher, which is an odd mix of jobs, but there it is. Forrix is our chef, who will handle the animals, hunt, clean, farm, and maybe build or mine from time to time. And Hermione will be our main doctor, and then our farmer, tailor, crafter, and anything else she can get her hands into. As far as scheduling, I have them all set up to wake at 5 a.m., chill for a few hours, then work the entire day until they have some free time before bed. Caylie's a quick sleeper, so I'm keeping her up a bit longer than everybody else. While I was in all these screens, I removed batteries from the research queue and added water mills instead, followed up by machining. I fine-tuned all the priorities a bit more, but won't detail it here. However, I will show you one more important thing. I bumped up the most critical medical treatments, in particular surgeries, to be Albert's job instead of Hermione's. Albert has a far better chance of successfully completing a surgery than Hermione, at least for now. Alright, back to the game. Albert gets up late at night, has a quick chess game, and puts on a parka like you'd do for summer. Hermione and Caylie similarly take off their cowboy hats as I also changed up their outfits a little bit. The archers are going to be a bit less armored than Albert for the time being, as Albert is going to take the brunt of the hits and therefore have the best armor. The morning passes uneventfully, and I make sure Hermione's set to make helmets and a new great bow. She finishes a helmet and goes right into making the bow. And it's a good one, so oh my god, seriously. Yes, seriously. It's dead. Frickin' cougar ate my baby alpaca. Alright, we've let predators run rampant on the map long enough. Kill it! Nice. Our poor little alpaca. At least you were avenged. There are 2 more predators on the map. The first is a timber wolf in the far northeast. The girls easily take him out. All Albert does is drop his lunch on the ground. I let him eat his lunch and haul the wolf back while I send the girls to take on the bear without him. They haven't needed him this far. Well, that escalated quickly. I try the tried and true tactic known as run away with Caylie and Hermione. And I'm about to do the same with Forrix, but she just takes the bear down all by herself. With the bear taken care of, Hermione and Forrix have a picnic while Caylie hauls the beast back to the butcher's block all by herself. At least we're fine on meat for the time being, I guess. I up fine meals to 12 to keep up with our growing colony. And as everybody goes to bed, a wild man wanders in. Well, a wild woman anyway. Wasp is basically a garbage colonist, so I leave her to her wanderings. I figure we're both happier with her not in the colony. The next morning, things are going so well, I decide to get ahead of the game and build our 5th room. It'll be our combo hospital and prison cell for the time being. I also decide that it's about time that everybody gets dressers and end tables. We get a peace talks quest, but it's from a tribe, so thanks, but no. And then we get long blades. I queue one up right away for Albert. Also, I remember that I have that longbow. Forrix already has a machine pistol, so I give it to Hermione. I also noticed that we're out of wood after making all those bedroom sets, so I queue up some more chopping. I also give Caylie the recurve bow, so now nobody's using those crappy short bows anymore. I decide to drop machining down on the priority list for plate armor. I expect bigger raids soon, and it'd be nice if Albert could tank a few more hits for us. Also, Forrix has a stab scar in her left eye. Ow, and it's so bad she can't even see out of it at all. But we have a bionic eye to give her. Forrix, this is the day your life will change forever. This is also the first test of the work tab mod. Hermione is our #1 doctor, but Albert is our #1 surgeon. So when Forrix lies down, he should be the one to do the surgery. Good, but not with the herbals, Albert. I also have the pharmacist mod installed, and I set it up to use better meds for the surgeries, but I think the colonist limits overrode those. So I set the colonist limits to Glitterworld across the board. There we go. Much better. Albert gets right to work on that eye, and after a fairly lengthy surgery, he... Oh, no. Okay, it's only minor. What happened? Okay, Forrix, all he did was... Oh my god. He cut out your left eye. By mistake. He was supposed to install the bionic eye in your right eye, but instead, he accidentally cut out your left eye. He cut out your left eye. He cut out your left eye, Albert! And, as a bonus, the bionic eye's gone, so he can't even fix it. Okay, so, mistakes were made. The primary one was that I had Albert do the job in the dark, and now Forrix, our machine pistol-wielding crackshot, is blind. Remember when I said your life was about to change? Forever? Well, at least she can apparently still cook and eat. But man, she was our Deadeye, and now she's a... Well, I mean, I guess she's still a Deadeye. Sorry, Forrix, too soon? I'll cut it out. Oh! I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.